Yeah.
Right, so we're going to teach our good Finnish friend Nils how to drift rear-wheel drive. This is his amazing facility, and he predominantly has spent most of his time driving four-wheel drive. So it's quite different when you move to rear-wheel drive because your throttle, steering, inputs are complete, like 100% opposites. So we're going to jump in the car, teach Nils how to drift, and see how he gets on.
Yeah,
You excited?
let's go.
The basics. You're trying to match wheel speed, so how fast the wheels are spinning,
Yep.
with how fast the car is going,
Okay.
and how much steering angle you have.
Okay.
All of drifting is matching those to perfection.
Yeah.
So if you have too much wheel speed, for how much car speed and how much steering wheel angle, then you spin.
Yeah.
So you over rotate. So it's matching your throttle input to your steering input to how fast you're going. Obviously, depending on how fast you're going, you'll also depend on what gear you're in.
Yeah.
Here, for the beginning, I'll teach you in first, but second is perfect for up here.
Yeah.
But I'll show you in first. So what you want to do is we'll go in a straight line in the gear. Don't worry about the clutch. Don't worry about, because we're on snow, your actual amount of grip you have is low.
Yeah.
So to be able to spin the wheels is very easy. So you don't need to use the clutch or anything like that. So we'll go in a straight line, turn and a little bit of throttle at the same time. The car will go sideways. The point where it goes sideways, you have to stay smooth on the throttle and let go of the steering wheel. The point where the car goes at the angle that you want is when you stop the steering wheel again.
Okay.
And then what you're doing at that point is matching, obviously the more you throttle, the faster the wheels will spin, and the amount of angle you need to stay drifting with that amount of wheel speed is what's going to affect whether you drift or spin.
Okay.
Yeah? Like this. And we're just going to throttle and turn. Then you catch it. And now, so I'm just staying at one point on the throttle and holding the steering wheel. See? I had to grab the steering wheel because if you don't get the steering wheel fast enough, then what will happen is you'll go sideways and then you go straight again.
Yeah.
So, but I'll show you now, if you throttle too much, what will happen. So let's go, you go in, throttle too much, you just spin round.
Yeah.
So you don't need especially because we're on snow, you don't need very much throttle at all, because it's such a low grip environment. So you just go in first, a little bit of throttle, turn, let it go, and then smooth with the throttle. If you feel like you're spinning out, you can put a little bit more, so you can, if you feel like you're spinning too far because you've got a little bit too much wheel speed, you can quickly just turn a little bit into it, and it will add more steering angle, which will take you out of drift, which will stop you from over rotating.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds easy.
Yeah. So now, what we do now, we'll do a figure of 8. So that will show, if you listen to the inputs, you'll be able to hear what I'm doing with the throttle to get the car to go from that angle to that angle, and then the same again. So that first drift, once you've done that first drift, and then you transition, you're doing the same thing but going the other way.
Yeah.
And again, all you're doing is trying to match wheel speed and steering angle to get it smooth. So like forwards, a little bit of throttle, get it sideways. Keep the throttle to keep it sideways. So at this point, you want to steer that way a bit, let off, and then throttle a bit. Again, like if you're going too close to the wall, you can turn away from it. Yeah. But the trick is to always stay on throttle. Because if you watch now, if I do it, and then if I let off throttle, the car will go like that.
Yeah.
So we go sideways, and then I let off throttle, the car goes like, because then the front wheels take over what the back wheels are doing.
Yeah, sure.
So that's the only thing that people often get wrong when they're trying to drift, is they'll get scared, they let off, and then what happens is the car goes wherever the front wheels are pointing.
Yeah.
So it's like the opposite to a four-wheel drive. In a four-wheel drive, well, it's the same thing kind of, but the steering is the opposite.
Yeah.
So in a four-wheel drive, if you're like, oh, I'm going too close, you just steer away and floor it. With this, if you're getting too close, you kind of steer away a little bit and keep the throttle the same. So you want to try?
Yep. I think the best way is to try it
100%.
yourself.
100%. You can feel what the car's doing there.
Yeah.
The number one rule to remember, if it's going, like, let's say you're drifting round and you feel like you're going to crash into the wall, if you're far enough away, just put your foot on the clutch and slam your foot on the brakes.
Yeah.
But if you feel like you can carry on drifting, or you might just hit the back, just floor it.
Yeah.
Because it's always better to just touch the back slightly than the front ever touch anything.
Of course, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, Nils' turn to have a go driving. I reckon you'll get it.
Yeah. Let's see.
So remember, you're going to turn in and a little bit of throttle. More throttle. That's it. More throttle. Let go of the steering and throttle. So see, all that happened is because you didn't let go of the steering wheel early enough.
Okay.
When you throttled, you were still turning to that way.
Yeah.
So because you're turning that way and you throttle, it just makes it rotate quickly.
Okay.
So the trick is you're trying to find that smooth moment between it going to enough angle, you letting go of the steering wheel to let the front wheels do what they need, and then grabbing it again. Yeah. So throttle, turn, throttle, now let go of the steering wheel. Throttle, 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 throttle. You're a natural. You see what I mean? Where like you have to change your mindset. Where if you want the car to steer, you do it with the throttle. That's it. Turn that way. Throttle. That's it. Throttle, throttle. There you go. Do you see what I mean? So what the benefit is, you have the steering angle, so if you have slightly over rotated, because it has a lot of steering angle, you can dip it in and it will save you.
Yeah.
But if you see what I mean, where you just need to, it's completely different to four-wheel drive. Obviously you're used to a four-wheel drive where if you need to go that way, you turn and throttle. Whereas with this, throttle before you turn.
Yeah.
Because most of the steering is done by your wheel speed input as opposed to being done by the steering wheel.
Damn.
The steer, especially here, because we have no grip, the steering is kind of a suggestion.
Yeah.
Just too late with this. Just too late.
Yeah.
Like half a second too late.
Okay. Yeah.
So what happened? You throttled, but this was a second too late for going to the angle. So if you had dipped this onto angle and then throttled, you would have been able to carry that all the way through.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
It's very different to four-wheel drive, isn't it? Yeah, and that's nowhere near what it can do.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's great.
Try second gear. So you see how like when it goes to a point where in your head you've spun, because we have the angle kit. Now it's not the best way to learn because it teaches you bad habits.
For sure.
But
for sure.
you have that safety net, especially which is handy on the snow because we have no grip.
Yeah.
So unlike tarmac, it's easier because you have grip. So when the car, it takes more effort to get the car to go sideways, but you can use the grip to stop the car from spinning out.
Yeah.
Here it's a bit more difficult because you have no grip, so you're having to try and control it.
Yeah.
You want to try and learn the 360? 360 is easy.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's not, but it actually is easy.
Yeah.
This car's a bit more difficult because you have a lot of steering angle, but you still get it fine. So second gear, what you want to do is if you're going in a straight line down here, you're going to be doing this, yeah? Like rotating the car's just going like bit of angle, you don't have to go too fast.
Yeah.
And then all you're going to do is, if you're going that way, and let's say you want a 360 that way, load the car up, wait to the last bit, then full throttle or 70% throttle, and steer a little bit harder that way. Hold the steering.
Yeah.
At the point where the car is like almost 180 degrees, let go of the steering wheel, but stay on throttle.
Yeah.
Let go of the steering wheel, stay on throttle. The steering wheel will counter steer.
Okay.
It will spin the front back round, and then you grab the steering wheel again when you're at the right point, and then you might have to just do a little bit of correction and you carry on.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy. I'm sure you can do it.
Easy.
So go straight into second gear. Now flick it back side to side. That way. That way. Right, this way. Now right. Let go. Grab it again. Throttle.
That's fun.
See what I know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now obviously it helps that I'm like telling you what to do, when to do it.
Yeah.
But it's so fun and it's so easy.
Yeah. Yeah, in 4-wheel drive it's way different. Yeah.
Now throw it. There you go.
Yeah.
You just have to get the flick.
Yeah.
As long as you can get the flick, then you'll have it.
Yeah.
He's a natural. I don't even need to teach him.
Yeah, you look like you're doing really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, it's so much
Good fun.
Yeah.
It's just, I think the beauty of the rear wheel drive stuff is you can have lots of fun without having to go really fast.
That's true.
The problem with the 4-wheel drive stuff, it's amazing, but when it goes wrong, it's so wrong because you have to go so fast.
Yeah.
Whereas this, you can still have lots of fun without having to go really fast.
It's really playful.
Yeah, you can just play without having to be like high stress environment. Yeah.
It's fun. Really fun.
You have a go on your own.
Okay.
He listens like to exactly what you tell him what to do. So like when he was doing the 360s, I was just like, look, all you need to do is go in a straight line, flick the car back and forth, and then imagine you're just gonna force it as hard as you can one way, stay on throttle, and then at a point during the spin, I'm gonna tell you to let go of the steering wheel, just let go. And then I'm gonna tell you to grab it again. And then you're gonna grab it, but all the time, you're staying on throttle and being smooth. And it's exactly what he did. And literally first one, 360 straight round and carried on. And he just looked at me like, oh, it works. I'm like, yeah, it does. That car looks so good drifting.
It does, doesn't
It actually looks so sick drifting. You're a drifter now.
Yeah, for sure.
You love it?
Yeah, it's
so much
good.
fun, isn't it?
It's so good.
It's so good, isn't it?
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
So there you go. If you're a good driver, if you just listen to pointers, it's pretty easy to learn how to drift, especially on snow. So, well done, Nils. You're now a rear-wheel drive drifter.
For sure.
Forget the 4-wheel drive stuff.
Yeah.
Next time you have to bring the car to Ultra Race.
Yeah.